I was actually debating whether or not I wanted to do this video. And by the way, for you guys who have ADD, let me just go ahead and say goodbye to you now, because this is probably going to be a little bit longer. I want to tell you guys a little bit of a story, and then I'll close it out and we'll go from there. You know, when I started doing YouTube, I had this idea in my mind. I wanted to do it the way that I had watched YouTube for years, the old school way. You know, what made YouTube so popular was Call of Duty and gaming and people doing COD commentaries. I should have started back in Modern Warfare 3 when I first had the idea to do it, and I knew that I was good enough at the game, but I just didn't have time because I was newly married, had young kids at home, all those goodies, and it just wasn't a priority for me. So I finally get the time to do it, and Black Ops 3 is coming out, and I go for it. And right off the bat, I set myself a goal of uploading one video a day for an entire year. Okay, and we'll get to that here in a second. So after I figured out my setup and everything, I decided, after watching Thunder for probably 5 years, and I knew he had the community channels, I was going to try to go up on that community channel. And my very first upload to it, I got on there. I couldn't believe it. It was one of the greatest experiences ever in my YouTube journey. Okay, it was completely awesome. And it wasn't that great of a video. I mean, the topic of the video and what I spoke about was great, but my audio was awful. My editing was poor. But in that video, I met a young gentleman, and his name was Mr. Beast 6000. Some of you may know who he is. And he took the time to help me with my setup. And there were some specific people along the way in the last year that have helped me tremendously. Well, anyways, he taught me how to do my audio setup in my video, what I should do and what I shouldn't do. And then he gave me some advice that I'll never forget. He said, gaming is dead. If you want to be successful on YouTube, you have to do IRL videos in real life. And I told him, I was like, you know, you're probably correct because you've been on YouTube a lot longer than me, but I had this goal in my mind that I wanted to upload a video every single day for gaming and see if I could do it for an entire year. And I'd always thought about it for the last 3 or 4 years, and I was going to set out and I was going to meet this goal. And so I did it. Made a lot of mistakes along the way, but I met my goal. And through that process, I was uploaded on Thunderstruck Gaming, I think 11 or 12 times. And on my 12th time, I was just like, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a video specifically for Thunder's main channel. I'm just going to take a leap of faith. I didn't ask him beforehand. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to make it. I'm going to talk about hardcore domination, why he needs to play it. I'm going to send it to him, and we're going to go from there. And I sent it to him, and he received it. And it was about 2 to 3 weeks until he finally uploaded it. He said, you know, I think you've earned a shot at my channel. I'm happy that you did this. And I just got to think about it because I don't take this lightly, and I don't want all the other TSG commentators to think that they can go on my main channel. And I was like, I completely understand. You know, I felt like I had earned that right to at least give it a shot. And so one day he just announces, he messages me on Twitter. And he's like, you know what? I thought about it. You get your shot. And he put me up on his channel, and my channel exploded. Now let me explain something to all you guys. Sub to view ratio. I gained, I think, somewhere around 1,800 subscribers off of that upload of Thunder, which was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had on YouTube. All those people subscribing that fast. But I went from getting an average of 300 views a video to an average of 500 to 600 views a video. So even though you get this influx of subscribers, it doesn't mean that your channel's going to explode. Okay, and I'll tell you why that is here in a second. So I got that huge upload, and it was about a month and a half later, I think, or 2 months later, I hit my year anniversary. I had uploaded over 500 videos in 1 year. Now in that 500, there were, I think, 75 to 80 live streams, but I had done it. I met my goal. And as soon as I met my goal, I lost 50% of my want to do YouTube. I had hit my goal. I mean, my numbers were pretty good. Not amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but they were pretty good. You know, 44 or 4,000 subscribers, over 250,000 views, and all those goodies and everything. During that same time, I monitored Mr. Beast, and we went back and forth a lot. Kind of developed somewhat of a personal relationship there for a while. Lost track with each other, came back, you know, that kind of thing. And I watched his channel go from 7,500 subscribers when I started doing YouTube to now he's over 400,000. He had about 1 or 2 million views when I started YouTube. Now he's got, I think, almost 40 million views. His channel took off. Why? Because it wasn't in gaming, it was in IRL. And he told me very early on, gaming is dead, and I should have listened to him. I really should have listened to him. Now, it's not dead in the sense that people don't watch YouTube for gaming. It's just not as saturated. meaning that there's not as many people coming to YouTube to watch gaming channels. Now, there are a lot of gaming channels who do very, very well, but they were established. They have been there for years. They've gained the subscriber base, so they get the views. They've already been there, okay? So don't use them as an example. What I'm saying is for somebody new trying to break into gaming, and I know it does happen every now and then, it's very hard to grow quickly. And the thing is if you're just gaining 5 subscribers a day, getting 500 views a day, that is really not that much, you guys. I know for smaller YouTubers, you think that that's good, but it's really nothing. When these other channels are getting 40, 50, 60,000 views on a video, and they're gaining 2, 3, 4, 500 subscribers a day, you are just a drop in the bucket. Now, we jump forward just a little bit more. I had met my year anniversary goal, and then a couple other things happened. I start losing my want to do this. My love for gaming was dying. I had gotten into a conversation with Thunder on Twitter, and he warned me very early on that be very careful about YouTube because it will destroy your love for gaming. And I couldn't believe that it was happening. It was also around the time when Infinite Warfare dropped, and I was having a blast playing Infinite Warfare, but YouTube was destroying my passion to play it. That's really funny when you think about it. I mean, you would think that it wouldn't affect me that much, but it did. All the negative publicity and the constant negative comments on the channel, it was just like, dude, seriously? I'm just making content for fun, and you guys are destroying my entertainment value in Call of Duty. Then fast forward a little bit more, my live streams that I had done for over 6 months, and probably where I found the most enjoyment, they started falling apart. I mean, I was still getting great gameplays. I was getting nuclears and 100 kill games. I mean, it was a lot of fun interacting with my subscribers. I actually had more people watching me than ever before. I think the most people I ever had watching me at one time on a live stream was like 270. I remember during the Infinite Warfare beta, I was well over 100 pretty regularly. And then this whole thing with YouTube not rendering out my live streams properly really took whatever steam I had left for YouTube right out of me. I was just done. On top of that, I had noticed these other channels who were lying their way to views and growing exponentially with the clickbait and all that kind of stuff. And I tried to expose it a little bit, but that was pointless as well. And then, so we had the live stream failing, and then I guess the straw that broke the camel's back was when I did the Church for Gamers video, and I used the thumbnail with Zoe Burger and SSS Sniper Wolf, and I saw the amount of views I got on it, and there was a great response to that video too, which was awesome. But then I realized that I had stepped over a line that I swore I would never cross, and that's when it was done. You know, when I did the video I Quit YouTube, I really did quit YouTube at that point. The purpose of that video, how I made it so clickbait, was I wanted to get as many people as I possibly could to come and follow me on Twitch, and it worked. I actually did quit YouTube at that point, you guys. The videos that you're seeing, except for this one right now, were already made. And so I go over to Twitch and I begin to do my setup. And after messing with my setup for a while, and a couple of guys helped me out with it, mainly Dragon King, I realized that my laptop is just not strong enough to pull off what I wanted to be able to do in a live stream. So I'm not going to stream to Twitch. In fact, I think I'm done altogether. I have become the person that I never really wanted to be around. The people that drive me crazy in public, the ones who are constantly on their cell phones. See, as my channel grew, so did the amount of messages and notifications that I received, and the amount of time that I had to invest to monitor what was going on with YouTube, the creation of my videos and all this stuff. I was constantly on my cell phone, on Twitter or on YouTube. I would help many other small YouTube channels. I would watch their videos and put comments and all this stuff. It was taking up so much of my time. And I've spoken about what I do for a living, but when I make almost as much money as I get in views, there's an issue when I'm focusing more time on YouTube than I am on my actual job. And that's crazy, you guys. I became so addicted to monitoring my sub count and my view count that I would neglect my job and at times my family. And I would be so focused, my mind would constantly be focused on my next topic, my next idea, my next thumbnail, my next gameplay, that it was taking away from my life. And all for what? I make virtually no money on YouTube. It was a hobby, and when it first started, it was about gaming, but then it changed. Then I became competitive, just like I do in a video game, and I wanted to be the best, and I wanted to grow faster. I wanted to pass everybody like a car race, and with my sub count and my view count. And what's the best way to do that when you're small, when you're starting off a business, is you've got to go hard in the paint, man. You've got to make more content, better content, quality content with better thumbnails, pushing the limits as often as you can to grow as fast as you possibly can. But in doing that, I lost something. I lost my focus, and I lost my purpose in doing YouTube. And basically, I hate it now. I don't even want to go on YouTube. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to see anybody's uploads. I can't stand listening to other people talk about the game. It's just gone. So for the last week, I turned off my Elgato and I just started playing the game, and I've been having a blast. You know, I put up that Battlefield 1 sniper montage. That was some of the most fun that I have had playing the game in a really, really long time. You guys didn't actually see my best sniper shots because I wasn't recording. I just decided to put it together to see what an actual gameplay montage would do. And you can see by the numbers, not much. And the clips were solid. I guess the point that I'm making here is that for me, gaming on YouTube is dead. And that if you truly want to be successful on YouTube, you've got to change your style. It's one of the reasons why I told Mr. Tracky, don't do Call of Duty videos anymore. Just post your music. And he posted that first song and it exploded, and his subs have been going through the roof, and then he keeps on doing that, and I advise him, don't ever post another Call of Duty video again or else you'll lose all your subscribers and your momentum, so just post music. It's the same reason when 8 Thoughts did his video about Infinite Warfare, about how he was actually enjoying the game, and I contacted him and he was like, you know, I think I'm gonna talk about the game more. And I was like, no, don't do that, because then you'll just become another Call of Duty commentator. You're not a COD commentator. You're better than that. You have moved on. Don't go back. Same reason why I told a man named Star to stop doing COD commentaries and to go into like the top 5s, top 10s, top 20s of movies, because that's what's hot on YouTube, not gaming. You're wasting your time. It's the same reason why I will tell Teabag Gibbon, do vlogs about working out, stop posting gameplays. Or the reason I would tell Fewer Dan, stop doing COD commentaries, do cooking. Show us how to make things in real life. Show us how to cook things, because that's what people want to see. You guys have got to give the public what they want, and this is a huge lesson for everybody to learn before I go. You can't start a trend. You are too small to make a trend. You have to see what is trending, what people are looking for, what people are watching on YouTube, and you adjust your content according to that trend. If they're talking about a certain topic, then you talk about that topic. You're not going to start a trend, and that's what I tried to do all year long. Out of those 500 videos, 490 of them were me trying to start a conversation on YouTube, which nobody wanted to talk about. 10 of the videos, however, I talked about something current, and all of those videos exploded. I mean, absolutely exploded beyond my sub base. That's how many views I got. Why? Because people were looking for information on that subject. They wanted different viewpoints. Primary example, Biblical Reaper and his crybaby stunt wanting money. I did a video called Be a Man. That still is one of my most viewed videos, over 5,000 views. I made a video on Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. That one got 7,000 views in one day close to the election. During my little clickbait experiment, I made a video which wasn't even a part of my experiment about Fizzerp, and that there was a possibility that his girlfriend was driving the car. That video got more views than all of my clickbait videos. Why? Because it was trending. That's what people wanted to hear. So if you make content for yourself, nobody will watch it. If you make content for what people are looking for, that's when people will watch it. And that's it. So when I made the video about me quitting YouTube, a lot of you guys thought I was clickbaiting you or lying to you. I wasn't lying. Seriously, I'm done with YouTube. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't monitor my subs and my views. It's ruined my love for gaming. I have loved every bit of it. It's been a blast. I've made a lot of cool content. And I may upload a video every now and then if I do something really, really crazy. But for the most part, no, I'm just done. I just don't want to do this anymore. But before I go, I'm going to give you guys an option, because y'all have stuck with me through this entire year. This is mainly for the YouTubers. I will teach you how to do one thing, and one thing only. You guys can decide. I can teach you how to properly edit a video. I can teach you how to do proper audio to a video, recording yourself on a mic, proper settings on Audacity. I can teach you how to do a thumbnail. I can teach you how to title a video, or I can teach you how to tag a video. You guys get to choose. Those are 5 options. I'll watch the comment section below and I'll see which one gets the most traction. And then I will make a tutorial on that for you guys. And then we'll call it a night. All right? I know it may come as a shock to some of you guys. You're like, oh, but you're supposed to be doing this as a ministry, as a Christian outreach to people. You know, when I did the video with the thumbnail about Zoe Berger and SSS Sniper Wolf, I said in there the verse. I said it wrong in there, but the verse is, don't throw your pearls to pigs. And the thing was, is I was not preaching to the choir. I was throwing out all this wisdom to the public, and they were just spitting it back. And I was just like, why am I wasting my time with this? This isn't reaching anybody. It was just like, it was an idea that I had in my mind that I could use this as a vehicle to reach others, but no, not in the current gaming community on YouTube. And that's another thing for all you guys on YouTube. If you go to other categories or genres of YouTube outside of gaming, people are really, really nice. You don't see the hate that you see in gaming. The level of hate on Call of Duty or Battlefield or Overwatch or Titanfall, the toxicity, and it's probably because it's just a younger generation of idiots, but the way that they hate in the comment section is not seen anywhere else on YouTube. I just want y'all to know that. The level that we get over here. And that makes me not want to do YouTube. So there you go. Put down in the comment section if you guys would like to see a tutorial. If you don't, I just won't do one. I've got to see a bunch of people say that they want to see one, or I'm just not even going to take the time to do it, all right? You guys have been awesome. Really enjoyed getting to know a lot of you guys. I don't know if I'm going to keep my channel up or if I'm just going to delete it. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. We'll see. As always, it's been Great Disciple. You guys have an awesome day.